a bruschetta.
Yo, what is up, AD team? Austin Dunham back again with another video. So if you click this video, you probably got small calves just like me. And honestly, it's okay. There's not a lot we can do about it. We can train it. Yes, it might get a little bit bigger, but at the end of the day, people hate to admit it, but a lot of calves is purely genetic. But there are some tips and tricks you can do to get the illusion of bigger calves. And plus, stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm gonna show you my exact calves routine that I always do, that I've been doing 3-4+ years now, and that frankly I've seen results with. So let's get right into it. All right, so before we get started, shout out to my supplement sponsor, My Protein, for sponsoring this video. Guys, My Protein is the world leader when it comes to supplements. They have a category of literally everything, all right? Protein supplements, protein snacks, multivitamins, fish oils, creatine, anything you want from a supplement perspective in order to increase your sports performance, My Protein has it for you. Some of my favorites include the Impact Whey Chocolate Brownie and the Clear Whey Isolate, which is pretty much like a juice flavored protein with the texture like water. Also, I love their protein bars, and yep, they ship international, and the prices are literally the best you will find everywhere, anywhere online, I guarantee it. Plus, you get an extra 45% off if you use my code AustinMYP. So guys, check out My Protein. I'm literally wearing the apparel right now. You can use that code for supplements and apparel. AustinMYP, 45% off. Link will be down below in the description. Go check them out. All right guys, the first thing we're gonna get into is some illusion tips to make your calves look bigger. And I've discovered this through trial and error, making a lot of mistakes. And you know, the reason why we wanna make our calves look bigger is because the way we wear our clothes will kind of give off a perspective of the size of it. And we do that by focusing more on the strengths of our body more than the weaknesses, such as our small calves, our small ankles, our skinny tibias, you know, our overall bone structure. So the first tip you want to do is wear shorts above the knees. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Wearing shorts above the knees is very, very essential because one, it doesn't make you look like that you skip leg day. So if you wear those long shorts, like the ones that go to your knee, or God forbid, the ones that go past your knee, it's gonna look like you're walking on stilts. And the reason is because you have no quad showing. Guys, in order to make your calves look bigger, get the illusion, first off, don't skip leg day. Well, hopefully you're not skipping leg day. And number two, you have to show the quads and the hamstrings, right? So, and you do that by buying shorter shorts above the knee and or rolling up your shorts, right? So once you do that, you'll notice that your calves will immediately look bigger because your quads are kind of being shown now and kind of overpowering your calves, leaving them in the shadow, and your calves don't get that much attention as they would if you had your quads not showing. So anything I'm talking about, you can take a look on my Instagram at Austin_Dunham and my stories, my Snapchat. You guys look at my fits and kind of analyze how I always wear shorts. And me being a guy with small calves, I'm clearly not afraid to wear shorts at all. You see that I wear shorts all the time, but they have to follow that rule, all right? Shorts above the knee, and you do this by finding shorts with either a 6 or 5 inch inseam. Illusion tip number 2 is to wear high socks in combination with the shorts above the knee. So the high socks, the reason why we do that is because the reason why a lot of people have small calves is because of their bone structure, right? So most of us have what's called a high calf insertion, meaning that the calf inserts really high on our leg and the rest is pretty much just bone. So that's the reason long socks or crew socks were invented, in order to hide that part of the leg. So if you're wearing shorts with low socks, bro, you're literally exposing your small ankles and your bone right there, right? You don't want to do that. So long socks will kind of hide your smaller ankle alongside with a lot of that bone showing, so that pretty much the only thing that sticks out is your calf muscle, right? And then if you combine that with the shorts above the knee, your calves will be looking a million times better than they would be with low socks and long shorts, all right? Horrible combination, do not do it. Illusion tip number 3 is that you wanna wear high top shoes. And the reason why we wanna do that is because the same reason with the high socks. it's gonna hide our ankles and kind of cut our legs in half from the bottom up. So let's look at the difference between low cut shoes. An example of a low shoe would be like, you know, those low cut Vans, I guess. Then an example of a high top would be like the high top Vans, right? Skinnier calves will always look better in high top shoes. And I learned this through trial and error. You're just gonna have to trust me. If you're a guy who doesn't like high top shoes, then honestly, just try it out. I promise you're gonna look a million times better. Just because, like I said, we're kind of showcasing our strengths, the best parts about our body, right? And we do that by, you know, hiding and showing things. And high top shoes will do the trick. So some of my favorite high top shoes that I've worn in regards to working out are high top Vans. You guys see me rock those for like 2 years now. More recently, some of my favorites are the Nike Mid 77, Nike Blazer Mid 77s. They're like leather and they're really stylish and good workout shoes at the same time. Now for more of a casual look, I started getting more into Jordan 1s. So 1s, highs obviously. And then there's some other ones that you can find too at a lot of shoe stores. You just gotta find what look kind of fits your certain style. But like I said, follow me on IG and you'll start to see some of these fits and how I rock my clothing pop up. And you can kind of replicate that too if you want. But high top shoes is the key, long socks is the key, and shorts above the knee is the key. All right guys, I'm about to do a leg workout now. I'm gonna take you through my calves routine and kind of walk you through it on how I do it. So let's go. All right, so in the gym now guys, so it's leg day and I like to start off first with this machine right here, the standard calf raise machine. This is pretty much my go-to when it comes to training my calves. Now, before we get into it, take a look at the fit. Everything I just talked about, I'm obviously wearing. So what we're gonna do first are 2 warm-up sets with at least 10 reps each. Some form tips with the calf raise is that it's all about how low your heel goes and how high you can bring your heel, right? So that's training through that full range of motion. Just focus on bringing your heel low and bringing it high. And it'll be best if you work with shoes that have a flat sole. There's nothing underneath here, no running shoes. So Vans, Converse, these shoes will work best with machines like this. So next, I'm gonna raise the weight by like 10 pounds and do one more warm-up set. All right, so now we're gonna get into the working sex. No prostitutes over here. All right, so after the 2 warm-up sets, we're gonna get into the working sets now. With the working sets, the best rep range that has worked for me is between 10 and 20. If I go below 10, I don't get a good calf pump, but if I do anywhere between 10 and 20, that's when I get the best results in regards to calf training, right? And as you see here, we're gonna do 5 sets with a drop set after each set, so a total of 10 sets and literally over 100 reps. So I'm gonna use the weight to where I can get around 10 to 15 reps, and then I'm gonna lighten the weight and go again. So let's do it. All right, so we're gonna drop the weight completely in half by 50%. And then we're gonna go to failure again, all right? Max intensity when it comes to calf exercises. All right, so I'm gonna rest for only 1 minute, then I'm gonna repeat that 4 more times.
All right, so I keep the rest time low, I keep the reps high, and I keep it intense. So some of you guys might be wondering, do I change up my foot position? Do I go toes in, toes out? I don't do any of that because I realize it kind of feels all the same for me. What I like to focus on is keeping the weight in my big toe as I come up and keeping my heel squared. So none like this, just keeping it kind of squared and even. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do this 4 more times. So if you don't have a standing calf raise machine, you can use a leg press machine to kind of work the same muscle group in the calves that replicates this right here. Or you can just find a ledge to make sure that your heel can go lower, and then just do calf raises on that, like holding a dumbbell or with a weight vest or anything like that. So after this, twice a week, I do the seated calf raise. So this right here, I do 4 to 5 times a week. Right, so basically almost every time I work out, right? But the seated calf raise, I find that I don't get as good results from the seated versus this one, because the seated works a different part of the calf muscle that really never grows. So I only do it twice a week, and I do it the same exact manner that I do it in this style right here. So just in case you're curious about that. But guys, that is my calves workout routine. Subscribe, like the video if you are new. Let me know what other tips you want me to make next. See you guys in the next video. Peace.